A series of panic attacks rattled his world, compelling him to secretly consult a psychiatrist, brilliantly played by Lorraine Bracco. They have lots to talk about, including the fact that Tony's Machiavellian mother and his sinister Uncle Junior figure prominently in the crime family's operations. Real-life realities would impose themselves on the narrative. Nancy Marchand, the veteran character actress cast as Tony's mother, who served as one of the show's most essential arteries, became very, very sick and ultimately died at the end of season 2. But by that time, Chase, who ran the show tirelessly, had been hard at work creating countless new dimensions to his magnum opus, expanding it to a much larger scale than previously envisioned. The New York Times would call The Sopranos the greatest work of American popular culture of the last quarter century. As a result, even more weight was placed on Tony's and Gandolfini's shoulders. To say that Gandolfini rose to the occasion would be putting it mildly. His complex, nuanced, and inspired performance demonstrated remarkable range, not just over the course of the series or any one episode, but often within a scene, a confrontation, even a single moment that seemed to transcend mere acting. No matter how despicable Tony's behavior appeared on the surface, Gandolfini was so persuasive and affecting, whether conveying Tony's rage or some fleeting flash of guilt, that the audience never turned its back on him. In a troubling age of anti-heroes, Tony Soprano was royalty. His eyes told a million tales, and his performance elevated him to the upper echelon of American actors. He adapted handily to the series' widened scope, its growth from intimate portrait to rich, blood-splattered tapestry, and he was enormously instrumental in making The Sopranos an epical cultural event, unofficially the start of what some would call television's second golden age. Whether that's true or not, it was a golden age of Gandolfini. Jimmy, to his friends, wasn't just a lead actor in a cast of character actors, adroit professionals all, but was also the leader of the surrogate family that evolved off-screen. Gandolfini set the tone, not by asserting star clout on the set, but because his fellow actors shared great respect and admiration for him as both artist and friend. He returned their affection with a sincerity that embraced deeds as well as words, typically declining interview requests from the press until reassured that another cast member would be included to share the limelight. Gandolfini was so patient with clamoring fans that he didn't even balk when one of them asked to shake his hand as he stood at a men's room urinal. Gandolfini's worldview soon exceeded the boundaries of show business. He became, for instance, deeply involved in the plight of battle-scarred veterans from Iraq and Afghanistan, even to the point of later producing a documentary about their struggles, conducting many of the interviews himself. When playing Tony, though, Gandolfini underwent an awe-inspiring facial and bodily transformation. The lovable pussycat turned into a ruthless and philandering gangster. Somehow it seemed beyond acting, beyond even intuitive skills. Jimmy became Tony, an actor of unimpeachable credibility. There's no way of knowing if The Sopranos would have been the sensation it became if some other actor had been cast in the role that Gandolfini made so irrevocably his. But chances are that magic alchemy would not have happened. He elevated his fellow actors, as well as every script, and was incalculably instrumental in making The Sopranos an international phenomenon. People didn't just admire Gandolfini, they were drawn to him and the character he played, passionately. For all his brilliance in the central role, however, the road to glory for Gandolfini and The Sopranos would be cratered with potholes. There were, for instance, fitful bouts of disruptive incredulousness as he reacted to certain scripts he was handed. Gandolfini, who once remarked that after a day of shooting, he often had to take a shower because he felt dirty playing the role, would sometimes balk at a particular scene, and instead of asking Chase, "Do I have to do this?" he would wonder out loud, "What the fuck is this?" and then declare flatly, "I'm not doing it." Gandolfini's longest and strongest tantrum erupted over a script that called for Tony to dash into a gas station bathroom and masturbate during a period when Tony was having an affair with feisty realtor Juliana Skiff, played forcefully by Juliana Margulies. But even that time, despite his earlier protests, Gandolfini relented and played the scene as written. As it turned out, the gas station sequence was shot but then edited out of the finished episode. To his credit, Gandolfini never complained to Chase that the difficult scene ended up on the cutting room floor.
To keep listening to this audiobook for free, click the link in the description. It will take you to a free Audible trial where you can listen to this and many other books for free for 30 days.